What's happening, guys? This is iGyaan, and today we're going to be unboxing and taking a quick look at the Windows Phone 8S by HTC. And I'm going to be unboxing it with my knife, and I'm going to be taking a look at it and comparing it with the Windows Phone 8X, which I have here. Luckily, I got the Windows Phone 8S in blue color, so I'm going to be quickly unboxing it and taking a look at the box contents, and then I'm going to be showing you what the phone looks like and how it compares up with the 8X. Now we'll also have the Lumia phones in-house, 920 and 820, and we'll do comparisons between the HTC and the Lumia phones. So stay tuned for that. But right now let's go ahead and take a look at the 8S. So HTC has kind of changed their packaging completely. They've got a sort of pyramid design box over here. I'm trying to figure out how to open this box up so that I don't have to run around with it much. I think it opens from the side. Not too sure, but let's cut through anyway. This is how the box of the Windows Phone 8S looks. A really nice presentation. So the first thing inside the box is the Windows Phone 8S. I'll have to open this further to get through to the box, I think. So the 8S in blue color. I'm going to put this aside for the time being. I'm going to look at what else is inside the box. So standard stuff: a charger, a micro USB cable, a hands-free kit, documentation, IMEI stickers, and the Windows Phone license. That's everything from the box of the Windows Phone 8S. Let's take a look at the Windows Phone 8S itself. So this is the HTC Windows Phone 8S. This is a Windows Phone 8 powered smartphone. Now while the phone powers on, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the front. You have the earpiece over here along with an HTC logo. You have a 4-inch diagonal 480 by 800 pixel vertically capacitive touchscreen display. It is an SLCD display with 16 million colors. You also have Corning Gorilla Glass on the front. You have the three standard Windows buttons: the back button, the main home button or the Windows button, and the search button, which opens up Bing search. On the right hand side of the device, you have a dedicated camera shutter button and the volume rocker. On the top over here, you have the power lock and unlock button along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. You have nothing on the left of the device, and on the bottom over here, you have a micro USB port along with a microphone pinhole for the main microphone. On the back over here, you have a 5-megapixel camera with LED flash. Surprisingly enough, there is no secondary noise cancellation microphone. You also have a speakerphone grill at the bottom, which is almost non-visible thanks to the thin design and the color that we have this time. So you have a speaker grill along with the Beats Audio logo, and you have this removable bottom bit, which is a different color, which looks really nice. It's the iGyaan blue. And the camera is capable of 720p video, not full HD, so that's a disappointment. On the inside of the device, you have a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 processor, which is a dual-core 1GHz KRAIT processor. You also have the Adreno 305 GPU. For storage, we have 4GB of internal storage and 512 MB of RAM. You also have a micro SD card slot, which is capable of expanding your capability up to 32GB of internal storage. So that's it. Let's quickly get started with Windows Phone 8, and I'll give you a quick tour. I'm going to skip through all of this. Just do the basic settings. Now the battery inside the Windows Phone 8S is a 1700 milliamp hour battery, and you do have basic things such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 8 GPS with support for GLONASS, so that's good as well. The phone is available in a bunch of colors. So it is available in a white and black, which is called the Domino color. It is available in a red, which is the Fiesta red. Now this is the Atlantic blue. And there is something called the high-rise grey, which is also a nice color. It has a greenish tinge at the bottom where it's blue over here. It's slightly green on the high-rise grey color. Now you can remove the bottom bit over here. Let me quickly show you how to do that. So just pulling off this bottom back panel, you will be exposed to the two slots for the micro SD card and the micro SIM card. So the micro SD card, 32GB capacity, and your micro SIM card, which will go in here as well. So it does take a micro SIM, it does not take a normal SIM card. So while it's booting up, I'll show you a quick difference between the Windows Phone 8X and the Windows Phone 8S. Now both of them have Qualcomm Snapdragon KRAIT processors. This one has an MSM 8960 Snapdragon, whereas this has an S4. Both of them are dual core processors. Both of them are running at, actually the one on the Windows Phone 8X is running at 1.5 GHz dual core, and this one is a 1 GHz dual core. So that's the major difference. The Windows Phone 8X has an inbuilt storage of 16GB with no expandability. You also have 1GB of RAM. On the 8S, you have 512MB of RAM with 4GB of internal storage, but you also have a micro SD card which allows you to expand it up to 32 gigabytes. So you can get more storage in the Windows Phone 8S. Of course, you have a 4-inch display on the 8S, which is slightly lower in terms of pixel density. It's got only 233 pixels per inch. But if you look at the 4.3-inch display on the Windows Phone 8X, only slightly bigger, but you have an impressive 342 pixel per inch density, and you have a 720 by 1280 pixel resolution, so which is really nice. You also have Corning Gorilla Glass 2 on this, whereas you have just Corning Gorilla Glass on the 8S. Both of them have Beats audio, so that's stock. The Windows Phone 8S has a 1700 milliamp battery, whereas the 8X has an 1800 milliamp hour battery. The Windows Phone 8S does not have a front-facing camera, whereas the 8X has a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera that is capable of 1080p Full HD video. So, which is good because you can take front-facing Full HD video as well. So I'm going to put the 8X aside for the time being, and I'm going to look at the 8S, which is done loading up, and it should load up the Windows Phone 8 OS, which it has done over here. You can see the live tiles moving around over there, and you can see the notification system where we just got an SMS from Windows Phone saying that welcome to Windows Phone. So you can see the standard Windows Phone 8 layout. You can customize tiles in this. You can make them larger or smaller in terms of whatever size you want, and you can also move them around. So somewhat like Windows Phone 7.5, but with a difference. You can resize tiles, so that's good. Overall fluidity of the initial OS seems pretty responsive, and the touchscreen also seems really good and soft to touch. Battery information is also accurate. Let me quickly connect to the internet and see what internet browsing on this is like. So we're loading up our website on Internet Explorer on the Windows Phone 8S. It should load up the website in the mobile mode, and it does, and you can see how smooth and responsive it is. It's just finishing up, and loads up everything without any issues. You can see it's very responsive. It does not load up any flash content, so our ads and everything don't show up. So it's a good thing for those who hate ads. And then you can shift to the full size website as well by pressing the classic button from m.iGyaan.in, which is our fast and responsive mobile website. Now if I come into the standard website over here, you'll see that even though that this has a 512 MB of RAM, this is a fairly fluid browser. You can see how smooth kinetic scrolling is on this. It's still loading up the page, so it's not completely done yet. So I'll give it just that 1 second to load up the final image. And once it's done with that, you'll see that everything loads up just fine. I can pinch in almost fluidly without any issues over here. I can pan around. It's very, very responsive. If I convert to landscape as well, you'll see that the same kind of response continues. Now the display is not as pixel rich as it is on the Windows Phone 8X, and viewing angles also seem to be slightly lesser compared to the display on the 8X. You can sort of make out that if you turn the device horizontally, viewing angles kind of disperse and it becomes darker on the side. So that's a bit of a disappointment on this. But let's quickly buffer up a video from YouTube. So m.youtube.com is where we have to go. Since the YouTube application, the native YouTube application, takes us to the mobile page, I'll quickly load up iGyaan's videos, and we have a LG Optimus video over here. So let's quickly load that up. And today we're going to be looking at the LG Optimus L9. We're going to be taking a quick look at this device and seeing how it performs in our initial hands-on review of the LG Optimus L9. Now this phone costs about 18,500 rupees in the market. So the video playback is smooth and the speakerphone is absolutely brilliant as was expected. But the viewing angles on the display is really, really bothersome. This phone sort of darkens at the edges and it's really difficult to view the display. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but from an angle, the display is really dark and it's not really visible. From the front, however, it's nice and crisp, but that's a big disappointment with that. If I look at the camera interface, I don't think anything different has been done over here. It is the stock camera interface. We have a bunch of settings over here. I can switch to video view from here as well. I kind of press the search button. Let me come back to the camera. So yeah, I can switch to the video view. I can also turn on or off flash, and I can also turn on Bing Vision or more lenses. So nothing different over there. I can check out my photo settings or video settings. If I go into photo settings, I can set my picture size maximum of 5 megapixel. I can also set up scenes and etc. A couple of things that I can do over here. So ISO settings, exposure, sharpness, etc. can be set from here. I also have a bunch of video settings over here, so it'll let me select my video size. So 720p is the maximum and it is set at default on that. Apart from that, I have a bunch of settings over here. So standard camera, I believe it has tap to focus. So I'm just going to check that out as well. It does have tap to focus and it does have tap to click picture as well. And you can slide to the left to preview your images. And then you can edit your images or share with your social networking sites. So a couple of things there. Overall, the phone seems really nice. The price is nice as well. The form factor of the phone seems good. The customization bit on Windows Phone 8s is nice. The Windows Phone 8 software itself has improved tremendously over the first generation. The number of apps in the market have also improved and increased quite a lot. Plus you get some HTC apps as well. So interesting little device, and it's priced decently. It's priced well, I think, at just 19,000 odd or 20,000 rupees in the market. Makes it an interesting device, and you will be able to get your hands on this now. It is available in the market. The back cover is a soft touch back cover, and I really like the dual tone accents. So you have a unibody sort of design on the top, plus this dual tone accent cover, so the blue cover. Possibly you can get different colors and change the bottom bit, but the front will remain blue. So I don't know if you want to change the part to a red or a green or a grey, depending on what colors are available. So there you go, guys. This was our quick unboxing and hands-on of the Windows Phone 8s from HTC. We will be back with a full review release soon. We'll also be coming out with a gaming and benchmark video on the Windows Phone 8s. So stay tuned for that as well. If you have any questions or queries or anything you want to see in our videos, please do leave them in the comment section below. You can also catch the full details on the Windows Phone 8s on iGyaan.in. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Make sure you play in the iPad contest. We are giving away an iPad mini for the holidays. So make sure you visit us on facebook.com/iGyaanin and play in the contest. Click on the Win an iPad contest tab next to the number of likes and you will be able to play in the contest. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan Networks, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.